Welcome back, everybody. My name is Marilee Burnett. I am your tarot reader and astrologer, and back with you for the messages for the week of June 12th of 2023. This week I'm going to draw cards and get a message about the new moon in Gemini for all of the signs. But I want to talk about the big changes that are happening this week, and one of the biggest is the fact that we have Pluto that has moved back into the sign of Capricorn. So since the middle of March, we got a bit of a preview of what things may look like with Pluto in Aquarius, where it will spend almost 20 years. As Pluto drops back into Capricorn, we now have the final work to complete. So it's about 20 years that Pluto spends in each sign, and it's been since the late 1700s, in fact around the American Revolution, since we've had Pluto in Aquarius, so not in any of our lifetimes. But as it moves back into Capricorn, we are now finishing the work of this last 20-year cycle. Capricorn is about government. It's about government structures and restrictions. The ruler of Capricorn is Saturn. It's about hard work. But Pluto is the ruler of the underworld. It rules power and secrets and death and transformation. And so those themes will be coming up very strongly, and especially between now and mid to end of July, as it sits at this critical 29 degrees, and it will end up squaring to the nodes exactly. So this is a story that's been building for some time, and it will reach its height in mid-July as those nodes are also shifting to 29 degrees and in new signs of Aries and Libra. So these really strong themes, and you want to pay attention when a planet moves at a 29 degree and a 0 degree, these really critical moments to tune in and pay attention, because there is something important in your life, especially where you have Pluto and Capricorn in your chart, that there is final work to do. So there's a lot of scrutiny around politics and power in politics, and that will continue to dominate the world stage. In fact, Pluto will be here in Capricorn until 2024. So there is lots to see, and we're going to begin to see some of that as it dances back in here at the beginning of the week. So I mentioned that we will have a new moon in Gemini. So Gemini rules communication, it rules transportation. It is all about the devices that we use to communicate, the devices that we use to drive around in our communities. And when we have a new moon there, we can have new ideas involving our community, involving communication, wanting to learn to study something. So you want to take a look at that in your chart. This will happen on Saturday late in the evening or early Sunday morning, depending on where you're located. And whatever house this is activating for you, you have an opportunity to set intentions for a new beginning. At the same time as we have this new moon, we also will see Saturn go retrograde. So Saturn's been in Pisces. It has been moving through there since the first week in March, and it will stay here, of course, through the end of the year and into the next year and a half. So it takes about 2.5 years for Saturn to finish its work as it visits each one of these signs through the zodiac, and this is just the beginning of the work for Pisces. So whatever you have been seeing show up for you now, it's time to really slow down and look at it much more in depth. So Saturn will be retrograde here from June 17th until November 3rd. And then, of course, it will very slowly move forward again. In fact, it will only get back to 3 degrees of Pisces. It's going to make it all the way back, I think, to 0, and then it will slowly march forward again. So the work that we do with Saturn, it isn't quick. It can be hard, but when it starts to go retrograde is when you're supposed to tear down all the foundations that you know are not strong and are not serving you. So again, what work have you been doing with Saturn so far this year in the sign of Pisces? Pisces can be about health and medicine. It can be about artists and music and creativity. So what have you been seeing, and what work do you need to begin? Because it is an important part of the new ideas that are coming to you with this new moon in Gemini. We also see that Mercury has moved into its home sign of Gemini. It will fly through here very quickly, spending just about 2 weeks in the sign before it moves on into the sign of Cancer. So when you have a planet in its home sign, it's stronger. So the ideas are stronger. Your thinking is stronger. Your communication skills are stronger. You might want to travel a lot in the next 2 weeks and get out and explore and have adventures. So watch this week. It is definitely going to be a very interesting one. And let's draw a card for every sign and take a look at what may be coming up for you. Now, just a reminder, when I do draw the cards, you want to at least watch for your sun, moon, and rising sign. If you happen to know what you want out of your new moon in Gemini, this is a good time to be asking the question and let the card answer it for you as I draw it. Now, if you haven't joined yet, I ended up moving my Sippin' Stars group to actually this Saturday. So there is still a chance for you to join us and get even more in-depth knowledge and help when you want to work on creating new moon wishes and overall manifesting with the sign of Gemini. All right, so let's take a look at the cards. If you are watching this and you like my weekly tarot and astrology lessons, it would be great if you could hit that subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, and I love to read your comments, so please feel free to share them. All right, and we are going to draw, after we shuffle here, a card for each sign. Starting with the sign of Aries. Well, Aries, you have the Lovers card this week. So already we can see that it is an important week. We kick off the energy with a major arcana card, and that card is the Lovers. So this is a time where you can be meeting a soulmate. You may be questioning if this person is the one or not. It just feels too good, too fast. And that's exactly what this card is indicating. The meetings that you have or this relationship going to a new level is all because it's a fated relationship. Now, there's plenty of Aries out there who maybe are not interested in relationships. The other thing that we can get with the Lovers card is an opportunity to make an important decision about something that's going on in your life. Now, the number 6 here is about love and joy and happiness. So it looks like with all of the changes that are going on this week, you're feeling good about them. So enjoy and set those new moon intentions for something that you want to have a big idea about. Taurus. Taurus, you have something to celebrate this week. When we have the 3 of Cups, it is a really fun enjoyable week. So maybe you, with all of this retrograde energy, are able to join together with some friends that you haven't been able to see in a while and really celebrate something. Celebrate each other, celebrate something in each other's lives. But it's a really happy energy. And this 3 energy is the energy of creation. Maybe somebody you know is having a baby, and that is the reason why you are all coming together. Now, for many of you, this Gemini energy is in your 2nd house, so maybe you're coming together to celebrate a great new job. Gemini. Looks like you have been working really hard, and when we see the Knight of Wands, that is a reminder to not give up. There is a final push needed from you, but you do need to look at, are you working harder or are you working smarter? Are you putting too much pressure and strain on yourself mentally that it's starting to affect you physically? So you want to really be, careful and cautious with that. This 9 means the good news that whatever this is that you've been working on, you literally are almost done. The 9 represents endings. And with this new moon energy happening in your 1st house, this is something that, you can decide how you want to define yourself, how you will speak up for yourself and make sure that you are heard. So if you've been taking on too much and feeling overwhelmed, it's time to speak up about it. Cancer. There is an exciting week ahead when you have the Ace of Wands. So as this is pictured here, right, this is a hand from God handing you down this magical wand that inspires you, that motivates you, that brings you something that you can really get passionate about. And of course, all the aces bring us a new beginning. So this is a good, exciting week ahead for you. So when your 12th house gets activated like it is with this new moon, this is a really good time for you to be releasing, anything that's buried in your subconscious mind that is holding you back. So Gemini energy rules the lower mind. And so you have a new beginning in the way of your thinking. You can clear out some subconscious blocks that you have that have been holding you back. And as a result of doing that, you have this wonderful new passion for life. And that's a really, really great thing. Leos. So Leos, you have the 2 of Swords, which means you have some decisions to make. And up to this point, you've been basically hiding from making the decisions when you look at this blindfold that you have so carefully placed over your eyeballs. But the Swords is, again, this air energy, this Gemini energy. And the number 2 is about, needing to balance both sides of this decision that you need to make. But ultimately, you got to stop staying stuck and not moving forward. So it's time that you made a decision. Now, maybe this decision has to do with some friends. Maybe it's some kind of a group that you belong to, or maybe you're just trying to decide if you even want to join it because of the fact that you will have this Gemini energy with this new moon showing up in your 11th house. Whatever it is, stop weighing the decision and take action this week. Take a look at what you've learned, right? Planets going retrograde from the past and use that to help you make the decision, but don't stay stuck. And Virgos. with the Queen of Pentacles, it looks like you are focusing in on the money that you make. You are a strong, independent woman when you have the Queen of Pentacles, and you are very careful and cautious when it comes to the money you have and the money you make. So all the court cards carry the energy of the one, so this is definitely a new beginning to go with our new moon in Gemini. So there is a possibility that you come up with some new ideas where work is concerned, because this is activating the 10th house for you. Now, if you're not feeling as if you are the Queen of Pentacles, you may be interacting with somebody like this, and if she has advice for you as far as making money or offering you a job, this is something that you would do well to listen to and follow through on. In fact, there could be a woman from your past that comes and makes this offer to you. So really be open and available to what is being presented, and definitely tune into your intuition, because all of the queens in each of the signs definitely follow their intuition. And this week and this new beginning for you is definitely going to help you as far as your finances go. Up next, Libra. Libra, this is really beautiful energy for you this week. And the 10 also becomes the number 1. So this is a new beginning where your family is concerned, whatever family means for you. It's happy, it's joyful, you are emotionally fulfilled. And maybe that's because you have family that's being brought together for some reason. Your 9th house is being activated, so you could be all coming together to celebrate somebody who's returned from traveling abroad, somebody who is heading off to college abroad. That 9th house is about foreign travel, foreign languages, foreign people. It's also about growth and expansion and higher education. So something has you feeling really good and emotionally fulfilled this week. So make sure you're setting your intentions for big new ideas that cause you to get outside of your comfort zone, because there's some really big, beautiful, happy energy coming your way this week. So take advantage of it. Up next, Scorpio. Another Ace Cup. Wow, we're getting a lot of 1 energy. Of course, that makes sense. Big week, big energy. And the Ace of Cups in this hand of God that's coming through for you is bringing you a new beginning where love is concerned, where your heart is concerned. There is an opportunity for a new beginning in love. And when this happens in your 8th house, this house that rules our intimate relationships, there is an important person that you meet this week that is going to really push you to drop your walls down and let them in. You know, you can't be in an intimate relationship with anybody if you aren't willing to open your heart and share your feelings and how you really feel. So it's a new beginning, whether you're starting a new relationship or not. There's this big opportunity for you to think about the things that you've done in the past and to even ask for forgiveness. And as a result of that, a great new beginning is possible for you. It's a very exciting week ahead. Up next, Sagittarius. When we see the 4 of Cups card, we are stuck in what I always call a little pity party. And what you want to remember about whatever is weighing heavily on you this week, you don't have to stay there. You don't have to be stuck there. Disappointments happen, but we need to learn to pick up the pieces and move forward with that and not stay stuck in whatever is causing us to feel this emptiness and this sadness. So you can see that there is a cup being presented to you and you're ignoring it. So somebody's trying to reach out to you this week. Somebody's trying to help you break out of this place that you are, but you're so busy just focused on the things that have disappointed you that are in front of you that you're just ignoring what's being handed to you. So the fours are about, creating a new structure, a new foundation, and this is an emotional one, right? So there may be even some stress management work that you need to be focusing on this week. So don't let this weigh you down. It could have to do with a serious relationship that you're in, a business partnership, because your 7th house is being activated. So take advantage of this new moon energy to create, a new, stronger foundation of communication between you and your partner, whether it's personal or business. And just that alone could help you basically accept this olive branch that's being handed to you so that you can clear the air between you and your partner. Capricorns, you have the Devil card, which is another major arcana card. And this is always a reminder to take a look at toxic relationships in your life and do something to break those chains that bind you. This is a good time to look at any addictions or addictive behaviors. It's also really important that you explore those relationships that you have unhealthy and, toxic attachments to. Now, that could be any relationship, right? Friend, family, or definitely our partners. And it doesn't have to stay that way. The devil likes you to feel like you're chained down and that you have no other choice, but truly you actually do. And you can choose to become unchained from whatever it is that your ego thinks you can't possibly survive without. And actually you have the power to make a change and become stronger as a result of that. Now this 15 for this converts to the 6. So that 6 energy, while it brings us joy and happiness, when we overindulge, that's also something that we need to be aware of. So it sounds like that the Capricorns need to look at where they're overdoing it this week and set intentions to become healthier again. That new moon happens in your 6th house, which is about your health. So it can very much be about your eating, your healthy lifestyle, and there's some things that you need to take a good look at this week and break free from and bring about some healthy changes. Aquarius. That 5 of Pentacles energy is, again, a feeling where there is some stress that's happening and you're feeling, a bit forlorn. Maybe you've got some concerns where your finances are currently heading. Some situation that you're in, it's weighing heavily on you, but you're trying to go about it all on your own, and you need to remember that there is always help, and there are those who are out and ready to help. You just have to actually ask for the help, look for the help. This is a 5 energy, and 5 is about creating change. So the good news is no matter where you're at currently in your financial situation, you can do something about it and create a change in the energy in your relationship to money in particular. So the 5th house is where your new moon happens, and of course you're another air sign, so this again is energy that you're pretty comfortable with. The 5th house is things that rule the heart. So it could be time that you express your feelings for someone. This could be about improving communication where your children are involved. The 5th house is our children, it's our hobbies. It could be that the answer to any of your financial concerns actually come from taking a hobby or a side gig and turning it into money. So new ideas, big ideas can come to you. Open your heart up this week so that they can, and then you can get yourself moved out of this situation. And last, we have Pisces. As you know, I love this 9 of Pentacles card. So this is especially for the women who are watching, a time where you're feeling strong, independent, financially secure, able to achieve your goals financially. You're in a great place and it feels really good. That 9 energy is maybe the fact that something that you've been working on financially is finally coming to fruition, and that's what has you feeling this way. So it's a big win for you this week, Pisces, especially if you work from home, because this new beginning for you happens in your 4th house of home and family. So work-wise, you would be doing well. Good time to be coming up with new ideas about how you can make money involving homes. Maybe it's a good week for you from a real estate perspective. Good week if you're wanting to start a family. So all things involving home and family this week can enjoy a really wonderful new beginning. All right. Interesting as always, the mix of energy that we have for each and every one of the signs. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop them down below in the comments section. I always respond. And anything that you feel can be beneficial in these weekly readings or something that you'd like to see differently, love to hear those comments from you as well. And again, just a reminder, if you haven't joined us yet, you can always join just one time and check out how our fun, interactive Sippin' Stars group events go. And even if you join just once, you can understand, how to set your intentions, how to work with that new moon energy, and how to understand your chart. So hope to see you there. Go on to my website. I'll have the link down below, and I look forward to seeing you there. Hope it's a great week, and I'll talk to you soon.